What's up, guys? I had my 10th Muay Thai fight yesterday against the Max Muay Thai champion, Wang Song Kran. I lost on points, so went all the way to the fifth round. And it was a good fight, you know? It's great to fight some of these OGs that aren't super active anymore but still fight on the local circuit. Teaches you a lot, you know? Skills versus higher vitality, I guess. Since I train regularly and I'm in my prime and he probably doesn't. Um, I'm putting some cream on my arm because of a rash and potential fungal infection, bro. I might have ringworm. Actually, I know it's ringworm. I just don't want to share it to the camera. But yeah. Dude, I'm fucking sore. Holy shit. Are my legs in a lot of pain right now? I think they're a bit swollen, man. I don't know if you can tell. Let me try to exit this. I don't know if you can tell, bro, but yeah, anyways, my shit's fucked. My shit is fucked, bro. It's a lot of pain driving my motorbike yesterday. On my way back from the fights. Dude, honestly, all in all, it was a good fight. But there's one issue that I've ran into in other fights as well. And that's when I'm this far away from gassing out, I stop moving forward, which is a big part of my game. And what it comes down to is not doing more assault bike or cardio conditioning or sprints or road work. For sure, that'll help, you know. But like my VO2 max, when I do the test on the polar heart monitor, it's like some of the highest, most elite level, right? Which is just, it's a great indicator. But just because you have good general cardio conditioning doesn't mean that it's going to translate directly into the fight. It can, but what it comes down to is being able to effectively execute a movement with as little energy as possible. So when we got into the fourth and fifth rounds, even a little bit of the third, I wasn't throwing as many shots as I was in the first and second because, well, first of all, Pat told me that this guy was going to fight crazy and that first round was going to be like go, go, go. So I treated it like a 3 rounder, right? So there's that to take under account. But also, my energy expenditure in round three, whenever I was faced with the decision of either throw the shot or do something else, I would start thinking a lot about whether or not it is worth the energy expenditure because that attack may be blocked or escaped. Especially like in the later rounds of the fight when we start reading each other's patterns, I started, perhaps overthinking it a little bit. But I think it was valid, man. Honestly, I think it was valid. I think I have a good read of opponents in my fights. It's probably one of my strengths, you know. But perhaps the reaction to that wasn't the best. So, okay, before I start rambling, we're in the 50-50. We're squaring up. I can throw a shot, but I notice that he's been defending it well. And so when my gas tank is really, really low, I'm like, do I want to throw these shots and potentially miss and waste energy and not score? And then he can counter me and that's just going to put him ahead. Right? So that is the thought process that goes on when I'm basically gassed out. And the consensus from the coaches seems to be that you still throw the shot. But I don't know if that's a smart move or not because, dude, I got nothing left after. And it makes me extremely vulnerable from a defensive perspective. You know, like if I'm gassed and I'm throwing all these super high power punches and kicks and knees and getting in the clinch and trying to knee him and then avoiding his knees, like every shot I throw, if I miss, it makes me more vulnerable from a defensive perspective. So I'm just so I may lose in that way as well. So either I throw the shot and risk a counter which makes me lose on points, or I don't throw the shot and I think of a better moment to throw the shots, but that also leaves money on the table because in terms of volume of points scored, it made him have a much higher volume in round four. So it's a matter of tactics, energy expenditure, and skill set. This is a skill set that I'm talking about, right? So it's a skill set that I'd like to sharpen. And it'll come with time. I think above all, what I'm realizing is the best of the best in this game have years and years of experience, decades of experience, right? Um, I only have like two. um, the best of the best are people who have lifelong experience because they've been able to subconsciously reflect on the things that I'm talking about right now and and then adapt over time. But some of these things don't always not everybody has like the ability to digest these reflections and then adapt them. Sometimes it takes several months to years, right? So that's why I think if you've been in this game for years and you've been sustaining it, it's not just a sprint of a career. Then you're going to be able to really level up in a rare way. Because I think what I'm discussing right now, perhaps this particular topic isn't the most unknown thing and only the elites know about this. No, this is like probably somewhat common knowledge at a higher level, right? Um, but something to take under account, man. Something to think of. All right, bro. Thanks for watching. Look, all in all, I'm happy with my performance, and um, I'm happy with how it played out. I'm happy with the things I did well. I did. There's a lot of things I did quite well in that fight. I'm very happy with that. And now I know what it is that I need to work on tactically and technically moving forward as well. Thanks for listening to my ramble.